Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of Carl Jung's most fascinating ideas, the Anima and Animus. These are the inner feminine and masculine energies that exist within each and every one of us. Now, this isn't just some abstract, dusty old theory. These inner forces are actively shaping how you see yourself, how you love, and even why certain relationships feel so magnetic while others feel completely chaotic and confusing. Understanding this concept can genuinely change your life, so stick around. First things first, what exactly are the anima and animus? Carl Jung, a pioneering Swiss psychiatrist, believed that every person carries a blend of both masculine and feminine energies, regardless of their biological sex. For men, the anima represents their inner feminine side. This is the source of intuition, deep emotion, creativity, and the capacity to nurture. Think of it as the inner muse, the wellspring of feeling and connection. On the flip side, for women, the animus represents their inner masculine. This is the source of logic, focused drive, inner strength, and structure. It's the part that pushes for goals, creates order, and stands firm in its convictions. These powerful energies live in our unconscious mind, constantly influencing our thoughts, feelings, and actions, often without us even realizing it. But here's the critical twist. If we reject or suppress these parts of ourselves, they don't just disappear. Instead, they surface in unhealthy, often destructive ways, and one of the most common ways they show up is through projection, especially in our relationships. Have you ever met someone and felt an instant, almost magical connection, like you finally found your other half? Jung would argue that's your anima or animus making its presence known. We unconsciously project our own unintegrated inner feminine or masculine qualities onto the people we're attracted to. That intense, intoxicating feeling of falling in love. It's not just about the other person. A huge part of it is the thrill of seeing our own hidden, idealized self reflected back at us in their eyes. We're falling in love with a missing piece of ourselves. But here lies the danger. When we rely on someone else to carry these essential qualities for us, expecting a partner to be our emotional core, our logical anchor, or our source of strength, the relationship is built on a foundation of neediness, not wholeness. This projection creates an imbalance that can lead to two extremes. Either we put our partner on an impossibly high pedestal, idolizing them for embodying the qualities we lack, or we end up resenting them when they inevitably fail to live up to that perfect projected image. It's a recipe for disappointment and conflict. When these inner energies are ignored or repressed for too long, they can turn dark and take on a shadow form. Let's look at what that means. A man who is disconnected from his anima, his inner feminine, might become overly rigid, emotionally cold, and controlling. He may fear his own feelings, dismissing them as weakness, and in turn struggle to connect emotionally with others. He might appear successful on the outside, but feel empty and disconnected on the inside. His relationships might lack genuine warmth and intimacy because he's walled off from the very energy that allows for it. Conversely, a woman who is cut off from her animus, her inner masculine, may feel powerless, indecisive, and overly dependent on others for direction or validation. She might struggle to assert her own opinions, set boundaries, or pursue her own goals with conviction. She might have brilliant ideas, but lack the internal structure and drive to bring them to life. This shadow side of our inner energies can quietly sabotage our self-growth, our careers, and our ability to form healthy, interdependent relationships. We end up feeling stuck, incomplete, and frustrated without understanding why. So the million-dollar question is, How do we fix this? How do we find balance and integrate these powerful forces? The process Jung called individuation, becoming a whole, complete individual, is the key. It's about consciously turning inward and embracing the parts of ourselves we've been taught to ignore. For men, this means actively embracing emotional awareness. It's about learning to listen to your intuition, that gut feeling, and honoring it. It means engaging in creative pursuits, whether it's music, writing, or even just creative problem solving, to tap into that feminine energy. Most importantly, it's about understanding and accepting that vulnerability is not weakness. It is the foundation of true strength and connection. It's about having the courage to feel. For women, integration involves cultivating assertiveness and a healthy sense of discipline. It's about learning to trust your own logical thinking and making decisions with confidence. It means setting goals and creating the structure needed to achieve them. It's realizing that discipline and structure don't kill your freedom or creativity. They actually empower them by giving them a container in which to flourish. It's about owning your power and your voice. Ultimately, the anima and animus aren't just about gender roles. They're archetypes that represent universal energies, the energy of being and the energy of doing. They are about achieving wholeness. When we successfully balance our inner feminine and masculine, a profound shift happens. We stop looking outside of ourselves for someone to complete us. We no longer need a partner to fill a void because we are already whole within our own being. Healthy, lasting relationships are not born from two halves desperately searching for each other. They are born from two complete individuals who choose to share their wholeness. It's a partnership based on shared joy and growth, not on codependency and need. So I want to leave you with a question to reflect on. Which side of you feels underdeveloped? Is it your intuitive, emotional side or your logical, action-oriented side? And what's one small step you could take this week to embrace that part of yourself? How might that simple act of integration change the way you love and, more importantly, the way you live? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive today. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content on psychology and self-growth. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care.